To this effect, and starting from tomorrow, the Zoo Naira is worth less than paper, toilet paper. Beg your pardon. The Zoo Naira. Now listen, the Zoo, it is not if the Zoo will disintegrate. It does not matter what the politicians are doing. It does not matter the whatever anybody wants to do or say. The Zoo will disintegrate sooner and sooner. And when it disintegrates, when it is destroyed, like when you said with the truth, and we have done that. He did it more than any other person, of course. He has exposed the lie that is called Nigeria. Now, when this lie finally is destroyed and disintegrates, that thing they call their money, Naira, if you have it 1 trillion, it is waste. It is a waste paper for you, because we will not use it in Biafra land. If you have it 1,000, it is a waste paper for you, because no country will take it. Therefore, you must begin to think ahead. Remember 1970. Remember, Asina, if you fool me once, it's my fault. But if you fool me twice, I am a fool. Right. If you fool me, you can fool me once, yeah, because probably I wasn't aware. It's your luck. But if after you have fooled me and you come again and fool me the same way a second time, then I must be a fool. We must not forget 1970. They gave you 20 pounds. 20 pounds irrespective of what you had in the bank. Millionaires, we had them. Millionaires when money was money. You had to be given only 20 pounds to start alive, to start afresh, to start a new life. And because you are a blessed race, because you are a blessed generation, because you are beloved of Chika, how many years from 1970? Can you tell me if there is any single race? Maybe if you begin to really compare, probably the Jews of Israel, but there's no race that has survived and surpassed every expectation from our humble beginnings to where we are today. That is why I said it. Listen carefully, because 1970 is about to repeat itself. What the Fulani are not, they are not keeping Naira. They will steal the money. They will steal the oil. They will sell it. They keep their funds in foreign currency, not in Naira, because they know the zoo is falling and it will disintegrate, and the Naira will be worthless. Worthless. That time, the Zimbabwe money you had to carry it. You have to carry it on a wheelbarrow, for you to buy a loaf of bread. That will be actually to compare to what is going to happen to the zoo and its Naira. It was okay for the Zimbabwe. Nobody will take your Naira to even buy bread. Now, therefore, this leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra is calling upon all Biafrans tonight. Convert every excess Naira that you have into the following foreign currencies. If you are a worker, they pay your salary. You know what you spend in a month. Just leave that one that you will spend in that month. The rest, convert it into any of these following currencies. If you're a market woman, a trader, a teacher, whatever you may be your occupation, whatever may be your work, whatever you make, excess of it, apart from the one that you use on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, the rest, convert it into any of the following currencies that I'm going to mention tonight to you. And please, when you convert this money into any of these currencies, don't put it into the bank, oh please, oh, because the Fulani, I'm sorry, I will speak this in English, in Igbo. Fejiranya for foreign currency. Ndi Fulani jiranya for dollar, na pounds, na euro, na yen, and the rest of it. They will go there and of course bring one overnight law and take all your money. Don't keep it in your house. Don't keep this money you have converted into your house, because before they will say that IPOB has now told people to convert money and keep it in the house, and then criminals will start to go to house and begin. The army, actually the police in uniform, not criminals actually. The police and the army will begin to now go to your house and begin to do what? To tell you where, show us that dollar, show us that oil. Don't keep this money in your house. Don't keep it in your bank. Because if you keep your money in the bank, what the police are doing, they'll move around with POS or whatever they call it, all these machines, and they will tell you, give us the PIN, and they will take all you have saved there. All you need to put there is what you need for the month. They will, if anybody takes it, you have a backup. You have something that you will use to begin life at the declaration of Biafra. The currencies that you must change your funds into. And I'm asking our people, we don't want what is happening with the EFIBO to repeat itself. Our people must begin to be their brother's keeper. Because what the report we are hearing is that people are, rearing our local cows, and they are selling these cows exorbitant. Why would that be? Why must you deliberately be profiteering from your own brother when you know that it's all for the survival for every one of us? So all of you who are in money exchange, you will make your money, of course, because the more you change, just follow the economic principle of production of the more you produce and the more you sell at a little gain, the more you can make out of it. Not that you want to sell one and then become a millionaire. So please don't begin now to start to turn the exchange rate into something that people will begin to get offended with or get pissed off about. These currencies that you can change your money, that anytime the zoo disintegrates, anytime Biafra comes, you can change this money and use it to begin, change it into the Biafran currency that will be introduced, and begin to live your life and build your life and start a new life. The European euro, the American dollar, some of these are, of course, they are colonial money, but we have no choice at the moment. Until we become a nation, we will show them what a nation is and what our currencies will. It cannot be. It's not. They will call it the Biafra pound. How can we call it pound anyway? That's for another day. Now, like I said, these currencies include the European euro, the American dollar, the Swiss francs, the Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the British pound, of course, the South African rand, yes, and the Ghanaian cedi, yes. If you can change your money into South African rand, don't change it in French francs or with this, because when you change it, you are also supporting France to continue to impoverish our French-speaking brothers in Francophone area. Don't change into French franc. Change it. Any African, if you want to change it to an African currency, change it to Ghanaian cedi or to the South African rand. At least their money is still stable. Their environment is also politically stable for the moment, so their money will continue to appreciate. And when you change it at the time Biafran currency will be introduced, you will have something to begin life. And I want to repeat, after converting this money, don't put it in the bank. Don't put it in your house. Well, you people have common sense now. You can think out where you can. If you don't know anything else, go and hide it. Go and dig a ground and put it somewhere there. Convert your naira into any of these currencies, because the zoo will fall. It will fall. And your naira, when zoo falls, will be worthless. Worthless. I have spoken. Those of you in the north, when you make that exchange, come back to the east and keep that money somewhere. Don't tell anybody. Don't even tell your wife. Maybe only your wife, of course, so that other mama on the in English, in case of incasity, you can tell your wife. Just the two of you will know, and your wife that you trust. If you don't trust your wife, please. But I wouldn't go into marriage issues here. My message to all of us tonight, to Biafrans tonight, is that we must begin from tomorrow to accelerate the complete disintegration of the economic nerve of the zoo, which is the Biafran people that are holding this country. Let us do this for 1 month. Let us do this for the next couple of months, and the result will show by itself. Biafrans, as I have said already, 13th of September 2022 is a total and absolute lockdown in Biafra land. All must put their hands on the deck, because this battle is for all of us. And the victory we must get. For us, it is Biafra or Biafra. There shall be neither retreat nor surrender as far as this struggle is concerned. Now I have some announcements to make, my dear great people of Biafra. I have some announcements to make, and these announcements go this way. The following persons are assigned a new responsibility or responsibilities, as the case may be, in the IPOB worldwide family. These individuals have been appointed to these positions to continue to strengthen the family and continue to work towards our objectives and our goals, which is the unconditional release of our leader Mazi and the ultimate, because it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike that will lead us into the free sovereign Biafra nation. Whether the enemy like it or not, whether they like it or not, Onyendu is rejoining us the soonest. Mazi Chukwu Dubem Ozo is appointed the new IPOB China Family National Coordinator. All principal officers, all IPOB family members in China, and of course in all other countries that I'm going to call, you must give these new principal servants the maximum cooperation, the maximum support, and work in concert with them as they carry out their responsibilities and implement instructions passed down to them from the hierarchy of this very great community. Mazi Chukwu Dubem also is the new IPOB China Family National Coordinator. Of course, our family in China, they already know this, but I want to make it more public so that the world will also know. And other family members of IPOB in the world will also be aware of it. Mazi Ahuchaobu Ebiwe is appointed IPOB Netherlands National Coordinator. Mazi Ahucha Ogu Ebiwe is our IPOB National Coordinator for Netherlands, also called Holland. Mazi Tochukwu Mado is appointed the IPOB Malta National Coordinator, and Mazi Mado replaces the former national coordinator who moved to another country. And of course, as you move to another country, I believe you will continue to be part of this noble family there. Do not relent, do not retreat, and do not surrender. Remain focused, remain dedicated in your duty or in your new family that you have moved to, your new place of residence. Mazi Iken Njoko is the new Scotland Regional Coordinator. Iken Njoko is the new Scotland Regional Coordinator for IPOB UK family. He replaces Mazi Jocelyn Ndiulo. Mrs. Uju Ebosimba is also the new coordinator for IPOB North London Zone. Mrs. Uju Ebosimba is the new IPOB North London Zone coordinator. Mazi Mike Ezebiro is appointed the new IPOB Anambra North Senatorial Coordinator. Mike Ezebiro is the new IPOB Anambra North Senatorial Coordinator. Anywhere we see those who are not supposed to be in our midst, for having other agenda, we will not spare them. That is why we will continue to sanitize this family and to purge every parasite. I don't want to plagiarize. Of course, we heard our Lord, our leader's wife, marvelously describe some of these individuals in our midst. And so I'm not going to plagiarize, but I'm saying that anyone who is in our midst that has ulterior reason to be in our midst, we will find you out, we will purge you, we will remove you, we will expel you, as the case may be. Mike Ezebiro is appointed the new IPOB Anambra North Senatorial Coordinator. Mazi Mike Nweze is appointed the new local government coordinator for IPOB Nnewi North. Mike Nweze is appointed the new local government coordinator for IPOB Nnewi North in Anambra State. Mazi Izichukwu Neta is the new IPOB Obaru local government zonal coordinator. Mazi Izichukwu Neta is our new local government coordinator for Obaru in Anambra State. Mazi Noel Okongu is the former secretary of IPOB in Omaba Zone. He now takes over as the zonal coordinator for Omaba Owuwanyanwu Zone. Mazi Noel Okonkwo is the new IPOB Omaba Owuwanyanwu Zone zonal coordinator. And Mazi Solomon Nubia is appointed the new IPOB Western Cape coordinator. Mazi Nubia replaces Mazi Innocent Alia, who from tonight is the former Western Cape coordinator. The following individuals, for actually not understanding what this struggle is all about, and for acts that do not merit their positions and the responsibility that was given to them. They are suspended indefinitely from their positions, and the followings are Mazi George Ume. Mazi George Ume is suspended from being IPOB North London Zonal Coordinator indefinitely. And Mrs. Messi Onkwe, who was Michigan Zonal Coordinator, she is also suspended indefinitely. And the Michigan zone is shut down forthwith. The Michigan zone is closed. Like we are always known to do, we will rebuild. We will rebuild the Michigan zone from scratch into a more formidable and more cohesive and, of course, very, very important zone in London. Michigan zone, former coordinator by the name Mrs. Onkwe is indefinitely suspended, and that zone is closed down. Now, these individuals have no reason to be in our midst, and they are, of course, expelled forthwith. Mazi Jocelyn Ndiulo is relieved of his duty as IPOB Regional Coordinator for Scotland and expelled. We don't take nonsense in this family, not at all. We do not take prisoners. If you do not know, in fact, if you do not, you are still a principal officer and you don't know why you are here, tender your resignation and we will find apt and appropriate and willing family, hardcore IPOB family members to, of course, take the responsibility to guide and lead our people wherever you may have decided to turn in the towel. Mazi Nelson Ume Ebe, Mazi Nelson Ume Ebe, he was the former Omaba Zone coordinator. He's expelled for soliciting for unauthorized funds from the public in contravention to IPOB's standing order. You don't go around using IPOB's name to defraud people, and they will think you are supporting this drug. That and Biafra land has been told to cease from for any form of collecting funds and raising funds. If you have issues with money, you contact the leadership, and to the best of our ability, we will be able to see what can be done from this angle. But don't go out of your way and begin to defraud people. When you do this, you are putting our hard-earned name into disrepute, and we cannot tolerate that. Mazi Ugo Michael Marizu. Mazi Ugo Michael Marizu is IPOB Quebec, Canada. He is expelled for gross act of indiscipline. Continuous gross act of indiscipline. This is somebody that was suspended, and after a time he was brought back, but he has not learned his lesson. Therefore, we cannot continue to pamper anybody who refuses to listen and who refuses to sue us. He is expelled from this very, very family in Canada. And together with him is Mazi Chima Ndiulo from IPOB Quebec. He's also expelled for gross act of indiscipline. This young man, in IPOB, we do not fight a family member, but this man has the temerity to use a sharp object to break the head of our coordinator in Quebec. Who gave you that authority? Who gave you the temerity to even lay your hand upon somebody who is serving IPOB? That is, you have crossed the red line, and therefore you do not belong. You do not belong, in fact, to this very, very noble family. And Eunice Onya is a former women leader in Idemili South. Eunice Onya also doesn't know what discipline means, and she doesn't know what following instructions means. She is expelled from being IPOB family member in Anambra State, and of course, she is no longer IPOB women leader in Idemili South. Now also we have Chukuma Nwangu. Chukuma Nwangu, a unit coordinator in Zone 1, Okija, Anambra State. This man is also known with the name, because him and a big name that kills the dog. He's also called Aku Enwebe. Well, this man, you know, you see the name is answering Aku. Aku means somehow one of the meaning of Aku is wealth, and he is so possessed with making wealth that he has turned himself into a criminal. Being in our midst as IPOB principal, we will not spare you. He is simply a criminal in our midst and has no place in this noble family. Chukuma Nwangu, a unit coordinator in Zone 1, Okija, Anambra State, also known with the name Akwenwebe. He has been expelled from this family. Mazi Adendu Uyo is formerly the IPOB Pretoria Deputy Zonal Coordinator. He is also expelled. And finally, Mazi Sunday Udaja. Mazi Sunday Udaja is the Sunyani Zonal Coordinator, who is also a regional coordinator in Brong Ahafo in Ghana. This man is also expelled, and he does not belong here. All of these people that I have called their name for expulsion, they do not belong here. We have no problem. We, this family, we are not, you know, it's not as if we want to claim that it is only us that must fight for Biafra. No. IPOB, led by Martin Nnamdi Kanu, has its objective set before it. And if you wish and desire to belong to this family, you must follow the rules of this very, very movement. We are not here for tito tato or for dilly dally or for any other thing, but to make sure that our people receive or regain their liberty and freedom as a race, their dignity as a nation, and of course take over their heritage which Chukwu Abiyama has blessed them with. All of those who have been appointed tonight as responsible, as being given different responsibilities, I am pulling your ear. I speak this one for broken. I pull my ear. Don't go in there and begin to, because you have been given a new responsibility, you begin to misbehave. If we get you, you will not know what hit you. Just do your job. If something is not very clear to you, ask your superior, and they will properly and guide you well, you know. And so I am reiterating, and because one of the most important message tonight is that the 13th of September 2022, being Tuesday next week, of course, that is the day that our leader's case will come up in Abuja Zoo Court of Appeal. Those in Abuja and its environs must do the needful. Support, show solidarity to our leader, and show solidarity to our legal team, and make sure you also keep your eyes open. Watch out for your brothers while you are there. And as we always do, we do it the way that the world will always marvel that how these people are disciplined is beyond what is known in Africa, in Black Africa. Those that must go to Abuja from for this very court case within the northern region and Abuja environment and its environs, please be security conscious. Now, The very second important message tonight is that the 13th as well of September, being Tuesday 2022, is a total lockdown in Biafra land. Buhari, or whatever he calls himself, the person who is being invited by the vulture in Imo State, is not wanted in our land. You cannot come to our land and spit upon the grave and urinate upon the grave of those you murdered. You cannot come and laugh in our face and tell us when you build a toilet, you call the bloodsucker to come and laugh at us. We will not accept it, and we cannot condone it. By the grace of Elohim, Chukwu and our ancestors, Biafra for us is not just a name. Biafra for us is not just a name. It is more than a name for us. Biafra is more than our identity. Biafra is more than our heritage. Biafra is our being. It is the air that we breathe. It is the air that we breathe. That is why that anything that the zoo is doing to stop us, it is null and void. It cannot succeed. Because the air we breathe is from Chukwu, and Chukwu has given us Biafra, and no man nor spirit will stop it. Continue to put our leader in prayers. Those of you who knows how to call upon our ancestors, ceaselessly call upon them. Don't tire in supplicating unto heaven. Don't tire in calling upon the name of Chukwu. Don't tire in presenting our case before our ancestors, because they are in this battle with us. And Chukwu has assured us of victory. And victory we shall get. From me, from here, it is good night and remain blessed.